What's up, y'all? Alright, so I'm fixing up my air compressor, and if y'all missed out on any of the other videos, don't forget to check the links in the description, because I'll link y'all to those too so you can watch those. Because I'm doing a little air compressor restoration series, so I just want to show y'all real quick. On air compressors, they have valves in the top of the pump, right? To seal the air in or to let exhaust out and stuff like that. Kind of like valves in a motor. So I have valves right here that I took out of my air compressor. And you can see I already have one cleaned up here, but there's one here, and then there's a broken one here. And I'm glad I took it all apart because I was going to get lazy and not take it all apart. And this one was broken. So you can see that's definitely not good. This is supposed to be in here. But I'm just going to show y'all real quick how to clean these things up. Now if you got a cheap air compressor, yeah, you're probably just going to have to replace the parts, but on these American made ones that are really high quality, like industrial quality ones, you know, you can rebuild them and you can clean them up. So here's the one I'm going to be fixing up, and before I take that apart, I'm going to show y'all where it came from. Alright, so you can see the top of the compressor pump right here, and I have a bunch of paper towels stuffed down in there, but those little valves, they just sit in here, and like this one's the intake. It lets air in and then it blocks it from coming out. You know, this one blocks it certain ways. They're like valves in a motor, so they seal with these little crush washers, these little copper crush washer gasket things. And you can see the valve just sits in the top of the pump like that. You see it? So this one's got 4 of them. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm going to show you how to get them cleaned up. Alright, so like most of the stuff I do, we're going to have to understand a little bit more of how it works. That way we know how to fix it, right? So these things are really simple. It's just a seat. You could think of this as like a valve seat in a car. But you see how shiny it is? It wasn't like that before. It was all gunked up, but I polished it up with 2000 grit sandpaper. And here is the valve itself. It's basically like a washer, and I think it's stainless steel, at least it's supposed to be. But you can see how shiny it is. Now you're going to want to check these and make sure there's no pitting or corrosion or anything like that. But if you can get it shiny enough to seal up, you should be good. So it just sits like this, and you can see these parts glide because they're so smooth now. It sits like this and it seals up against that surface and the middle one. So there's 2 rings on the inside. It sits like this, and it's got a spring, and it goes up and down. Seats against it, unseats, seats, unseats, seats, unseats, like that. And that's just how it works. So this one's got these little wave washer springs, but this one's got a real spring in it. And I'm going to take this apart real quick. Alright, so if yours is really rusted up, you're probably going to want to let it soak in oil or something, because you don't want to snap this screw off. I don't know if it'll snap or not, but I'm going to use electric impact. And this is off of a Champion air compressor. I don't know if Quincy air compressors are similar or other air compressors. A lot of them use reed valves, but these disc valves are the best because they're rebuildable and cleanable and stuff. So you can see here's the seat, and I already got this one all cleaned up. Here's the valve, and you can see it's kind of messed up on that side, but I just flipped it to the cleaner side after I polished it up. Here's the spring. It sits like that and it pushes up against it. And then here's just the back part that holds the spring and stuff. So, alright, to get these cleaned up, just get some 400 grit sandpaper, some 2000 grit sandpaper, and dunk it in, you know, some soap and water. I got a bucket down here, hold on. Alright, so I'm not going to do the 400 grit one because I already did this. I'm just doing it to show y'all how to do it. But you take it with the seat that goes down, and this is the 2000 grit. and just polish the heck out of it. And then wipe it, on your pants. And then check it and make sure that it's nice and shiny. You see, this one's already done, but normally it's going to be all gunked up and stuff. You can use a wire brush, acetone, all that kind of stuff, and get it perfectly clean. Now we're going to do the disc and just polish it up. Maybe do it this way so you don't put uneven pressure. But get that thing nice and polished up. And you can see where it seats, it's super polished. Now that looks like it's a groove, but that I can't even feel that. So I'm not worried about it at all. I can't even feel that. If you can feel it, you want to grind it down just a little bit more and polish it up even more, but you can see it's reflective, it's so well polished. So this side, I'm not putting that up against the seat. I'm putting the shiny side because I want the two shiniest sides like that. But clean them up and just put it back together how you took it apart. I mean, there ain't much to these. Just put the spring back in here like this. And then make sure you get it all centered back up. And make sure, see how the bolt was right there before? Okay, but before you put it all back together, a great tip is get some red Loctite. And you're going to have to trust me, this is red stuff. It's got gunk all over it. But put a dab on that screw, on that bolt right there. So when you tighten it down, this thing doesn't come apart on you. So just put it back together. And I got to wash this one in acetone to get all that grit off of it now. But put it back together, tighten it up. You can see it's not fully seated. But you got to get the thing fully seated. And then just tighten it back up. And get it snugged up with a wrench. And the thing, you can see it's not seated at all. Hold on. Alright, so you can see it's fully seated. And yeah, just tighten her up with a wrench and get it, really tight, but don't snap it off, obviously. But I got this little piece of metal here, and you can see how it works. And what I've been doing is putting it on the bench and seeing if it works good, if it gets bound up at all. And you can see how it works. And this one's good to go. So if y'all got any, you get stuck or something, look at the parts diagram and it'll show you how to put it back together right. Yeah, if y'all have to get, if the spring's worn out, or if it's pitted beyond repair or broken like this one or whatever, you got to get new ones. So you can get them on eBay a lot of times. That's the best place to look for them, is eBay or Amazon. But yeah. Alright, so I just wanted to show you all the new valve I got here real quick compared to the old broken one. But you can see it came with two new, those little sealing washer gasket things. But here's the new one. You can see it's nice and shiny. I'm not too happy about this Allen screw. I feel like that's a way to cheap out. And you see it's got a little washer underneath it. Not too happy about this because all the other ones had a bolt with the lock star ring on it, and in an ideal world this would be glued in here with some red Loctite and it would never come out because it's not really subject to that much vibration and stuff. But me being me, I'm tempted to take that out and put this bolt in there instead, because I don't like the idea of this screw popping out. If it ever could, right, pop out. Of course, the screw's not going to go through here, But what about that little ass washer right there? That thing could go right through there and into the top of the motor, and I just don't know why you would put a washer under that. At least this, you know how hard these things are to take apart. You got to cut them. At least that is, stuck on there somewhat. So I don't know, but yeah, everything else on it looks good. You can see this is a cast part, and then the bottom part is machined. So we can see this old one. I mean, it's pretty much an exact match other than this bolt. And I know these Allen heads are a lot cheaper, so other than this bolt, it's exactly the same. But yeah, other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, so you need to check your valves if they have any little cast parts similar to this. I don't know what kind of valves you're working with, but you need to make sure, because you can see where this one broke. Alright, so you see it broke right there where it was cast, so you need to check that out and make sure that yours isn't messed up in any way, because you don't want the thing coming apart. And I got these I might as well just rip it all the way open, right? They're the new sealing crush washer thingies. Okay, they're aluminum and copper crush washer gaskets. But yeah, you got to know which way these go on the motor too. Look at the parts diagram. It's kind of confusing, but you got to know which way they go. So this comes with enough to do all of them. I'll put links in the description, but I mean, it's going to be pretty rare that y'all have this exact compressor, so I don't know what good that would do y'all, but this comes with all of them, and that came with 2 anyways, so just figured I'd show y'all this new valve real quick. So you can see right here, this is a different one. I'm comparing 2 different ones, right? So they're the 2 biggest ones I got. This is a new one, and it works perfectly fine. And this is the other one. I'm comparing it again, so that sounds a lot more satisfying than this, but that's the sound it makes when it's running. But yeah, these things, I mean, these are all good to go. So if y'all get stuck or whatever, you can check the parts diagram to see how it goes back together. And make sure you put it back in the pump in the right direction. So if it goes this way or whatever, make sure you put it back exactly how it was. And you're supposed to replace those crush washers every time you take them out, because they deform and stuff. So just a quick little video. I hope it helps someone out. If y'all missed out on any of the other air compressor videos, don't forget to check the links in the description. And you can get new ones of these on eBay and Amazon and stuff. eBay's the best place to look for them, what I've found. Thanks for watching, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Later.